Number one gun. They put up $3.20. It was the fair dinkum charge of the Light Brigade. $3.20 into $2.50. Then it got back to $2.60, and then they stepped in again, and it's now $2.40. Big go here, Caroline. Number one gun.
Certainly is. Number one here is shouting by Shamadal out of Denia. John Kissick looking for a race-to-race double here, the 3 kilo claiming apprentice.
But one thing about Seamus, Caroline, I think he likes to go in. He'll roll forward. He's got to be on speed, and Gavin Andrews trains him now. And Gavin does a super job. He's had one start on a heavy for a win. You got a heading, but no, he's nothing to look at. But he's a nice type of animal, and he'll give him a shake here for sure. He's a nice horse, that's for sure, Caroline. And if he's right.
Thought you were going to finish that sentence, Rich. If he's right. Number 2, Tahitian Black by Loading for David Pfeiffer and Peter Roble, just over a length from the horse that absolutely flew home, the good son of Lonro and Messiah.
Yeah, look, you look at his form and you think, 3 goes on a slow, and number one just walked past me, Seamus. Gav's just trying to throw us off there, got a little bit of a woolly on him, and no, he looks healthy for him. Tahitian Black. Now, he's had 3 goes on a slow. You think flop, 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 flop. A couple of his runs weren't too bad, and I reckon he's just turned the corner this preparation. He trialled super on a heavy track when he even let go, and he really he seemed to get through it. So I'm going to bank on the trial that he's turned the corner. He knows what it's about. His last run was full of merit. Jumps, senior rider on board. I think just might help him. He's a player.
Number 3 is Tonk by Canny Ladd from a stakes winner here at Canterbury in Red Ivory. She won a Canterbury Cup. Robert Price has Andrew Steed on board here. Another one coming through this Messiah race, but raced wide on that occasion. Yeah,
had no luck whatsoever, Tonkster. I think the blinkers are off, but he rolled forward here. The claim brings him in. He doesn't mind the sting out of the track. If he can get across, he's going to be in the mix here. Robbie Price does a good job with this fella.
Yeah, he's a little bit stirry there with the clerk of the course. He might settle down when the jock's legged up. There's number 4. Living on the Edge for Dean Pettit, Jason Coyle, Corey Brown, and the gelding by Czar from a River Rough mare. He's a nice horse. He's always looking good here in the yard. He's placed 3 of 6 first up.
Yeah, and he tried okay on a slow track, Caroline, and he's been placed a couple of times on a heavy. I still don't know whether he's better on top of the ground or wet tracks, but look, barrier 1, big advantage. He'll be back the last, but that's the place to be, and he'll sneak home. So, sneaky place go.
Number 6 is Prince and Grow by More Than Ready for Anthony Cummings. Hugh Bowman first up.
Oh, this horse has got some ability. He's a rig, isn't he? I was just looking at him in the yard. No, he says not the book. I wasn't paying that close enough attention to see if one was hanging up. Look, all good. He's got a good ability, this horse. I thought they'd be too sharp for him today, but he's a very good horse on his day, and look out.
Number 7, Wish Win by Beautiful Crown for Steve Farley. Sean Geimer, another one here first up.
Yeah, look, Carolina, he's another horse that, although he's won on a heavy track, perhaps he goes a little bit better on firm. He's had a 3-month break. He'll take improvement from this, and it's probably not the easiest assignment for him first up, that's for sure.
Next one down is He's a Playboy for Bede Murray, looking for 3 winners on the day. Tommy Berry for a couple. Hit the line well for that 4th behind Messiah.
Hit the line terrific last time out, and just worried a little tricky gate. He's probably going to have to give him a shed. I think he's a far better horse on wet ground, and he gets it this afternoon being by Pentire. Just needs luck in running and to get the breaks go his way, but if he gets him, he's a chance.
Number 9 is Number 1 Gun for John O'Shea. Nash Rawilla, the gelding by Mossman, coming through that first up run at Skyen, where he was wide behind Spinrow.
He didn't have the best. He's only lightly raced, but he's been backed as though unbeatable here. He has been backed as though unbeatable here, Number 1 Gun. Wow, he's been a big go. $3.20 into $2.10. That first up run is probably done in the world of good. He was back first up, 550 to 370 or 350 first up. They've come for afternoon. He gets a nice run here from the barrier. I said in the preview I thought he was one of the players, but I thought he was short enough this morning when he was $3.40. Wow, he's $2.10. He's a player, and the money suggests that he's right on song. My tips, I went 2-8-1, 2 Tahitian Black, 8 Playboy. Worried about him and the way the track's playing. He's going to be too far back. And 1 Seamus from magicmans.com.au. But number 9, Caroline, this has been a big go. Number 1 Gun has been a huge go. I've got Bryce Hayes alongside me, the right-hand man to Johnny O'Shea, and Sea Siren for Bryce, drawn perfectly for the Stratty. She's flying.
She is, Rich. She's a filly of enormous quality. We've alluded to that many months previous, and her form indicates that. So she's heading to the race she's set for. So very exciting.
Isn't it amazing? We go back a while now, and I think you look back at what we've said and the commentators and racing, and when she beat Streamer, and everyone's saying, oh, well, Streamer was probably this little bit underdone, she was this and all that, and then the next time, oh, look, you gave Streamer a good run. Wow, your girl should be starting clear favourite in front of Streamer now.
Yeah, she probably would. You know, they'd be sort of equal picks in any sort of race they line up against each other. But look, no, it's superior form, and it's a very vintage year of 3-year-old fillies, and we have every bit of confidence in this filly on Saturday. She's a filly of enormous quality, like I said.
The bumper gets on well with her?
He does. He gets on well with the owner, he gets on well with the trainer, and he gets on well with the horse. So that counts, and let's hope we're all still getting on after Saturday.
What about this one, Number One Gun? I'm not sure whether you know, but this has been the biggest go on a Sydney track for a while.
Biggest go?
Long go. It's heavily back, 440 into 320 yesterday, and now it's into even money.
News to me, but look, he's a nice horse on the way up. He's a progressive horse. Mark for any horse lying up here today would be obviously the track conditions. I mean, you know, if the iron's trying to work that out without sitting on the fence. But like I say, he's a lovely horse. He's a progressive horse, and look, before his career's out, I'd suggest that he's going to end up in better races in midweek grade.
Oh, so you're confident?
I think he'll run well, but like I say, it's a question mark. The track. Look, I think he's good enough to overcome it. He's a horse that'll progress to better than midweek grade, as I said.
Good luck, mate.
Need it.
There's Bryce Hayes from the John O'Shea camp, and this one, Caroline, this race is, of course, the Parramatta Eels benchmark 70 over 1100, and wasn't it great to see? They were $13 at half time on Monday. Parramatta Eels against the Sharks, they were $13, and if you'd had a bad day at Dubbo like someone may have had, we blasted out of trouble at $13, and good to see the coach out here, Stephen Carney, and I think it was a good confidence booster. And Nathan Highmarsh, the pass, he hit the line. Was it Ryan Morgan, the centre, and then Lukey Bird again. Vintage Eels on Monday night, and the Hayne plane took off from stadium, and it was great to see the confidence back at Parramatta Stadium on Monday night.
Yeah, got a good crowd out here. I think they've got a few of the players as well, not just the coach. So having a bit of a function out here, and good to see one sporting club supporting another one with the Eels having a function out here and supporting the second last race here at Canterbury Park. 3 minutes to start time, Rich. Late moves?
Oh, late moves. This is just all about one horse here, the Number One Gun. Rightio, let's go down the board. Number one, Seamus, got out to $11. The punter said, you know what, that's pretty good odds. It's into $9 now. Tahitian Black gets out to $6.50. Tonkmeister, he's out to Tonk out to $9. Living on the Edge, 21, just in one ball at $20. Five's out. Prince and Grat gets out to $9. Wish Win out to $31. Now he's a playboy. Got out to $9, just in a half ball to $8.50, and this is where it all is. This is where all the action is. $3.20. Bang. Now it was into $2.50, back to $2.60. Then it got to $2.60 and they went bang. All the way into $2.10, Number One Gun. Just back to $2.20 now, but this has been a big go. Number 9, Number One Gun, Nasharilla for John O'Shea. Too short for me, Caroline, but obviously he's done enormous at home, and the stable's got a big rap on him. Nash on board, trying to close the gap over Hugh Bowman in the premiership. Number 9, Number One Gun is the sportingbet.com.au market mover. Number 9, Number One Gun. Was it a coincidence? A Parramatta Number One Guns, Jared Hayne, number 1 the other night. Is that a sign from above?
Not so sure about that. Nice to draw some comparisons there. Number 1 Gun by Mossman, out of an Unbridled Song Mare. This one for John O'Shea and Asherville has been pretty consistent. 4 starts, one win. That was on the Gold Coast back in January. And then has had the 2 minor placings as well, including that run going where he was wide first up there, finishing about 3 lengths from Spinroy. He's a little bit on his toes, but he looks well in his condition too. Number 1 Gun, that is where the majority of the money has come, $3.20 into $2.20 currently with a minute to start time. But he looks well, Mark.
Yeah, he looks okay. I've got to say I couldn't take 220. He might win. He's been very heavily back, 320 to 210, back to 220. What else is in the market here? Seamus has had some support. New stable today, 11 into 8. Tahitian Black's been a drifter. Prince and Grat's an interesting runner. He looked very impressive winning his first start, then jumped sharp lead. 5 out to 9. Didn't trial too badly the other day. He's a playboy, another one who made up ground here last start, 9 into 8.50. So this favourite's had very big support, Number 1 Gun, and he's about to move up. So 4 to move in. Wishwin, Prince and Grat, and he's a playboy. So Wishwin comes up into the stalls. So 3 to move up. Number 1 Gun, 320 to 220. Will run the favourite on course. Now Tonk for Andrew Stead. He's a Playboy. It moves up to take its spot. And the last to move up will be Prince and Gracht. So they're all ready. And they're off. Jumping well, Tonk. It'll go to the early lead. Number 1 Gun now driving through this heavily back favourite and takes it up. So number 1 Gun led from Tonk and Seamus, and then Tahitian Black, followed by Living on the Edge on the inside, and then came He's a Playboy. Well back was Prince and Gracht last of all. Number 1 Gun given his head straight away and led by about 2 lengths on Tonk in second spot. Seamus third on the rail. A length and a half. Tahitian Black is already being heeled along, and then Living on the Edge. He's a Playboy trapped out wide. Prince and Gracht behind that line of 3. And Wishwin over on the fence last of all, but the favourite takes him to the in front. It's number 1 Gun by a length and a quarter, Tonk, and then Seamus on the inside. Tahitian Black still underwriting. Then He's a Playboy, Living on the Edge in the centre, followed by Prince and Gracht as they turn for home. And number 1 Gun led by a length and a half, Tonk chasing it, and then Tahitian Black out into the clear, followed further back by Seamus, but Guns in front, holding them at bay at the moment. In fact, he got away, and it's all over bar the shouting here. Number 1 Gun's going to bolt in. He's stretching his lead. He'll win it by about 2.5 or 3. Prince and Gracht got second, Tonk third. Then Seamus, Tahitian Black, Living on the Edge, Wishwin, and He's a Playboy finished at the back of the field.
Well, he looked good, didn't he? But the money was there, and he saluted. Number 9, number 1 Gun for Nash Wheeler, John O'Shea. The gelding by Mossman just too strong for them, so the money was correct here. Number 9 taking it out. A couple of boos coming from up there from the punters, Richie. Not sure what's quite going on there, but anyway. He's beaten home number 6, Prince and Gracht, and number 3, Tonk.
Yeah, it was a big go, number 1. Look, I'm not trying to jump one after the plan. I told everyone a long while ago, I said it's a huge advantage to be on speed on the fence here. Number 1 Gun found the fence. I just saw the run of the day, Caroline. Prince and Gracht. You mark that right down. In the blue and the white colours, Huey Bowman on board out wide for Anthony Cummings in the Jerry Harvey colours. Each run was outstanding. None of the run of the day here thus far. But straight on the winner, Bryce Hayes from the John O'Shea yard gave it a huge wrap prior to the race. Jump, led, was just shaken up that little bit, but had the others covered. Tonk holds on for third. Tahitian Black will run fourth. Around the turn, number 1 Gun in front. Tonk's outside of it. Tahitian Black goes up. Now, the other horse is second last, second widest now. That's Prince and Gracht. That was a run. That was an outstanding performance, the way the track's playing. But number 1 Gun, huge advantage to be where it was. It's won. It'll win more races. Prince and Gracht, it's destined for better races. That was a super-duper run. Tonk, honest of the day's long runs, third. And Seamus, back along the inside, will run fourth. 9, 6, 3 and 1.
Yeah, he's a nice horse, isn't he? 5 starts, 2 minor placings as well. There he is. Just about to come back to scale. There's a close-up of him winning with Nash Ruler on board for John O'Shea. Gelding by Mossman out of Graphite Lass, and Bryce Hayes is with Richie.
Yeah, well, Bryce, he said before the race he'll win more races, and there's one down.
Yeah, there's one down, Rich, and, I'd like to think there's a few things in store for although his level of ability, he's a lovely young horse. He's only a 3-year-old. He's got to carry weight against a couple of these older horses. With all due respect to the opposition, for 3-year-olds to do that even at this time of year there's merit in it. And he got a few favours, and once he got a few favours, he put them away, and that's a sign of a nice horse going forward. And he'll
no doubt he will. Plenty of happy owners.
Plenty of happy owners. Lucky TK turned up at the last minute. And
to give the instructions.
Yeah, to give the instructions. Exactly right. Even though it's a formality when you put the Premier rider on and on nice horses like this, that's what the result we get.
Well done.
Need it. Thank you. Great.
There's Bryce Hayes. The Parramatta Eels have got the time. I'm going to get the favourite son, Nate's going to come just for 1 second here. We've got all the team, all the boys are here. And what about Monday night? How good was that?
Yeah, very good win, mate. Very proud of the boys, the way they came out in the second half. So happy with the 2 points.
Did the team think this horse was named after number 1 at your joint, number 1 Gun?
I don't think anyone backed it. So disappointing, but it's a good win.
Good day out here all day for the Parramatta Eels, all the sponsors as well.
Yeah, very good day, mate. Boys are enjoying themselves. We're up in the nice warmth of the box there, watching the horses run around.
New South Wales next week?
Easy, mate, by 12.
By 12, giddy up. There we are. One of the legends of rugby league and also the Parramatta Eels, Nathan Highmarsh, was on fire on Monday. And Nash, the winning rider. It's nice to get one, Nash.
Yeah, that's always good.
Aggressive out of the gates.
He jumped very well, and it was positive for 3 or 4 strides, and I was quite taken. It's the first time I've got on one all day that's actually handled the ground, and for such a big horse, it was a good effort. He seemed to thrive in those conditions.
So to the owners, is Saturday race even better in him?
Oh, I think so. You know, this time of year with the wet tracks around, the way he just got through the conditions, then he's going to knock up winning races. There's not many of them that do handle it, and when you get one that does, they sort of really come to the fore, don't they?
What I want.
Thank you.
National.